Hello, today I'm going to review the Cassian Andor figure from the Black series. Starting out the articulation, you can see his articulation in his elbows, in his shoulders, and in his wrists. He has articulation in his head, articulation in the hips, although this is kind of hard to access, but there you go. You can see he has articulation in his, up in the top of his leg, and in his knees, and in his feet. So he has a good amount of articulation, about the average amount for human characters in this line. In terms of detail, this figure has a lot of it because his hair looks like really detailed. This is probably some of the most detailed hair I've seen on one of these figures. You can actually see every strand and almost like follow it down his head. So that's really cool. And on his beard, this load, you can see that's printed pretty nicely too. If this camera will focus how I want it to. Okay, there we go. You can see it has a little bit of pixelation in it, I think, but it's not too bad. I don't know what it is with beards being pixelated on these figures though. But you can see that he has the all the other details that he would need, and I don't really see any other problems with the beard. It could be worse with the pixelation, because I've had figures before where they almost look like Minecraft characters because their beards are so pixelated. This one isn't that bad. But anyway, in terms of other details, you can see his jacket. It's kind of like a leathery, rubbery material, and it's real flexible too, so it doesn't really affect his articulation. And I'm pretty sure you could take it off if you slid it over the arms, although I don't think it's made to come off. But under it, you can see he has some other details in this little green. I don't know what the green things are, but you can line them up right here to that, and it looks good. But on his jacket, you can see he has a bunch of pockets and wrinkles and a whole bunch of sewing lines and stuff. The jacket is like really detailed on this figure, I think. And the same thing goes for everything that's underneath it. And he looks like he's wearing like 3 layers of clothes or something, so that's kind of funny. But anyway, as we go down, you can see it has some like gold paint. It's real shiny too around the belt. And around his legs, you can see that wrinkled detail is kind of carried down. And around his boots, they look really detailed as well, especially the boots actually. Let me just show that. Yeah, this figure looks a lot more realistic, I think, than a lot of theirs. So hopefully they keep the realism up on these. Because this one I wouldn't say it's even creepy looking, because they've had some where they almost look creepy. This one kind of finds that perfect blend though. And on his hands, you can see he even has like little veins and stuff in his hands. If the camera will focus. I just find it really funny that they actually go and add all those details like that. But you can see I just have his blaster in his hand. And I'm pretty sure there's not a holster on this figure for that, so I just leave it in his hand. But anyway, that's all the details on this figure. As I was posting this figure, I found out that the legs have like some of the stiffest joints, and they've actually kept that stiffness. Now, I'm actually not one to complain about stiff joints, so I'll say this is good on their part, because that way he'll hold his poses extra strong. So I think I'll just pose them on camera just to see how the joints hold up as I'm trying to do this. I'm just trying to recreate the what they used on the promotional images. I never really show how I pose these on camera, so. Oh, he looks like he's squatting or something. Let's fix that. And I'm gonna try to bend that up. And in the pictures, they have his gun pointed up. I can't really get him to do that. Okay, let's see if I can get the elbow to go back a little bit more, because he kind of has it pointed like that. And then he has his arm back like that. Yeah, this figure is a really fun one to pose, I say, because the joints have that perfect stiffness. There we go. Yeah, I think the joints on this one are some of their best. Although I do think Wrecker, the Bad Batch character, had the best joints of any of their figures that I've had, because they never loosened up or anything, and they felt like Lego joints that were so smooth. Overall, I say this is a very good figure with a lot of detail and some good articulation. So anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.